So let me go ahead and begin. My name is Sade Lady McDougald, and I'm a visionary strategist. What I do is I help startup entrepreneurs manifest your God-given visions of success. So I do that through business development. So I help you set up policies, procedures, and I help you to systematize your business. Okay? I help you with product development. So if you've always wanted to have your own line of products manufactured and created, I help you do that and find the financing. And finally, I help you launch into the marketplace. Okay? For those of you who need to know that additional information, thank you so much for the hearts. Just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. I'm trying to reach 150,000 hearts. Once I do so, I will grant somebody a free strategic session, a free 1-hour strategic session with me once I reach 150,000 hearts. I believe in sewing back into my Periscope family, okay? So I thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. So today what we are going to be finishing up is we're going to be talking about the 5 stages of business. We already covered the first 2 stages, which is the dream up stage and the startup stage. Tonight we're going to be talking about the growth stage, the scale up stage, and then the thought leader stage. So what we do is we go over the aspects of what you can expect in each stage, and then I give you some key pointers that way to help you to grow. So if you're not taking up, yes, thank you, Double Ego. Yes, thank you. Hello, Grateful, thank you. So just a quick recap, because we had took a break because yesterday I was telling you guys I had got the word to talk about how this Miss Independent spirit is affecting a lot of your businesses. But the day before yesterday, we covered the dream up stages where you're not selling, you're not in business, you're not in operation, you're just doing a whole bunch of research. You're still playing with the idea of becoming an entrepreneur. We all start off in the dream up stage. And then we talked about the startup stage. I'm just doing a quick recap. And then the startup stage is when you actually go into business, you actually get your license, you actually get your tax ID number, you start ordering an inventory, you start doing all of that stuff. You actually begin to get into business, okay? So now we're going to pick up with the third stage, which is the growth stage. So if you guys are not taking notes, I suggest you do this, because if you plan to be in business for the long haul, your goal is to move through these cycles. Hey, Georgia, you don't want to be in dream up stage forever. You don't want to be in startup stage forever. Your ultimate goal as a business owner. Thank you, Double Ego. Your ultimate goal as a business owner should be to get to the thought leader stage. My battery's dying. Let me plug up real quick, so that way I don't get cut off in the middle of the scope. I just hate that. Thank you, Georgia, for sharing. Thank you for inviting your followers. I appreciate you, as always, Georgia. You're always so good to me. Thank you. Okay, so now let's talk about the growth stage. Now, the growth stage, hey, Lady Osborne. Hey, how are you? Hello, Pastor PT.2. This is awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. So now we're getting into the growth stage, which is the third stage of business, okay? So here are some characteristics of the growth stage. With the growth stage, you have it. Now, this is after the startup stage. This is the next level. So now we're talking with the growth stage, we're talking about you're going to see an increase in profits. Your profits, in fact, they're going to be enough for you to pay yourself. Okay? You're going to be able to pay yourself. I am blessed. I really like your scopes. Thank you so much, Lady Osborne. And then another characteristic of the growth stage is you're going to still be experiencing a lot of stress and a lot of exhaustion because your business is picking up. You're really going to be experiencing a lot of stress and exhaustion if you have not, in the startup stage, systematized your business and put policies and procedures in order for your business. If you don't have a set way that you do things at every stage of your business, on every level of your business, I haven't slept in like 5 days. Oh my, Georgia, girl, we're gonna have to pray about that. But if you have not done that in the startup stage, then your growth stage is going to be filled with even more stress and even more exhaustion. So that's why I always stress to you guys to make sure you're systematizing your business and putting in a way that you do every single thing in your business in the startup stage, because once it grows, it's going to drive you crazy if you don't have systems in place, both technological and non-technological, okay? All right, and another thing is yeah, we talked about not having enough systems. And then also in the growth stage, you're going to start preparing yourself for bigger opportunities. You want to become prepared for bigger opportunities. This is key, because now that you're in the growth stage, people are going to really start noticing you on a larger scale, and people are going to be coming to you. People are going to want to do joint ventures with you. People are going to want to ink deals with you, and you have to have things in place. Like, you're going to have to definitely have that lawyer. You're going to be doing a lot of contractual work. What systems do you suggest? Well, for instance, some basic systems are, you're going to definitely need something to manage your social media, such as Hootsuite, Meet Egger, whichever one best suits your needs. You're going to need, because you're going to want to be posting at a minimum 3 times a day. And for those of us that do social media every day, we know that it can take up a whole lot of our time. So you're definitely going to want to have a social media agent. You're also going to want to have a customer relationship manager system. So that's your Entreport, that's your Infusionsoft, that's your MailChimp, that's your Constant Contact. Although I do not like Constant Contact because it does not have enough integrations. When I say integrations, I'm saying that Constant Contact does not link with a lot of other programs, because you're going to want your CRM to be able to link to your website. You're going to want it to be able to link to lead pages. You're going to want it to be able to link to QuickBooks. Okay? Entreport, I have not tried Entreport. I personally, once I look through everything, and I'm definitely thinking about Infusionsoft. I'm thinking about Infusionsoft more so than Entreport. I really didn't. Infusionsoft for me is more expensive, but it offered a lot more of what I need for it to do. So it just depends on your business. What are your business needs? Start with a system that will meet you where your business is at right now, and allows for some growth. So a lot of us, we start off on MailChimp, and then we upgrade to the more expensive systems like Entreport and Infusionsoft. So start where you are, okay? Now, the other thing and of course, QuickBooks. I definitely suggest QuickBooks. QuickBooks links to like every system. It's amazing, and it's very affordable. It's like $200 for the disc, and that's your accounting, that's your inventory, that's your CRM. It has all of that built into it. QuickBooks is awesome. Okay, so those are some systems that I suggest that you guys get to working on if you are in the startup stage. That is imperative. Now, also in the growth stage, what you're going to be doing is, this is when you're going to begin to start hiring people. Yay! You get to hire people. So remember when I said, business grows upon each other. So you guys know I'm always talking about policies and procedures, right? Why do you think I always talk about policies and procedures? Because you are preparing yourself for the growth stage. You are preparing. Stack.com, I have to check that out. You are preparing yourself to be able, when you write out your policies and procedures and your way of doing business, you can then transfer those manuals over to the staff that you are going to hire. Got a call, got to go. Keep smiling. Thank you so much, Double Ego. God bless you in your 2016. So, you're going to want to be able to develop some training manuals. You're going to want to, this is in the growth stage, when you start bringing on someone that's going to handle, like a VA, a VA, for instance. Some type of an assistant. You're going to want to write out your policies and procedures, so that way they'll know how you want your social media to be conducted, how you want your customers to be contacted. You're going to want to, perhaps if your business is really heavy in sales, you're going to want to have a sales training manual. How do you answer the phone? These are things that you're going to want to be preparing for in your growth stage, because you're going to want to start hiring people to free up your time. That's what it's all about. A lot of us have become entrepreneurs because we want to free up our time. And again, I thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate this. I will really appreciate if you will go ahead and share this out with your tribe. This is some good information, and I'm not just saying that because I'm giving it, because I know it's good information. It has blessed me, and it will bless you too if you take action and follow it. All right. Another thing that you're going to want to learn thank you so much, Grateful Ali, thank you. Another thing that you're going to want to do in the growth stage is you're going to want to begin to hone and learn your leadership and delegation skills. Why? Because you're going to start bringing on staff. You're going to start bringing on people to help you, and you have to thank you so much. much, and you have to have leadership skills. Now, who are some leadership things that I suggest? I definitely suggest John Maxwell. He's a Christian author. He has done like over 50 books or something like that on leadership. Miles Monroe has books on leadership as well. For those of you who follow me, you know we talk about Jesus and business. I try to recommend to you guys other authors and other thought leaders who operate within the kingdom of God, who are Christian. Hey, Trinette, thank you so much for joining. So that is what I try to do, because I don't want to suggest to you somebody that's going to have you acting, and if you follow their book, is going to have you operating outside of the kingdom of God. That's not good. I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you today? So those are two keys that you need to do in your growth stage. You need to start hiring people, pass them policies and procedures, develop some training program, and then you're going to also want to start learning leadership skills. I suggest Miles Monroe and John Maxwell. They are experts on leadership. Okay. Hey, Trakina, this is your first time joining. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for clocking in with me today. So now we're going to talk about the fourth stage. The fourth stage in business is John Maxwell. Absolutely. The man is phenomenal. And Dr. Miles Monroe as well for leadership. Now we're going to talk about the fourth stage in business, which is the scale stage. The scale stage. This is exciting. We all hear about, like, if you watch Shark Tank, if you watch Marcus Lemonis, The Prophet, they're always talking about scaling. Scaling is the process of scaling is making your business being fully operational without you having to be there. How awesome is that? So during the scale up stage, your money is great. You're able to pay yourself, pay your employees. You're able to begin to donate to non-for-profits. The money is really rolling. The money is really rolling in. Your dreams are coming true. The visions that you have for your business and your life are coming true in the scale up stage. This is a blessed place to be. Amen, Trinette. I feel you, my sister. So in the scale up stage, you are definitely getting your time back, your hours back. You're getting your life back because you have employees and you have the best of the best systems in place. Okay. The other thing is that you fully get to work on your business instead of in your business in the scale up stage. And when I say you get to work on your business, you are now fully in the CEO role. So what do I mean by the CEO role? Well, besides God being your CEO, but in the natural, you're your CEO. And this is where you sit down with your team. So you have your branding person, your marketing person, you have your assistant, you have people in these core areas of your business, right? So you get to sit down and you get to tell them, okay, for 2016, I want to see this result in revenue. I want to see this result in products. I want to see this result and that result and that result. And then you go to your team and then you say, okay, branding expert, I hired you to do this. How are you going to make sure that I get this type of social media and public relations? Okay, marketing, how are you going to make sure that our list grows to this? You get to hear they come up with the strategies and report to you based on the vision that you have given them. Come on, somebody. We all want to be here. This is the scale up stage. Yes. For you, Georgia, I know that you do your jewelry. This is where you'll have other people where you'll come up with the designs, and then you'll have people that are making the jewelry pieces for you based on your designs. And then this is where you'll also have your team. Marie, I know that you have your jeans. This is also where you come up with where your creation for your jeans. And then you have your team making sure that the sewers and quality assurance is met. And that they are making your spring line, your fall line, and all this. You set the vision. You set the tone for your business. And you have workers. The workers work in your business, but you are working on the business. So this is a great place to be. So one of the key things that you want, just made my wholesale spreadsheet. Hallelujah. Praise God, Georgia. I'm so proud of the mass amount of steps that you have been taking. You have been taking massive action. Bless God. I am so happy for you. So now in the scale up stage, one of the keys is you want to be an effective communicator, because at this stage, if your communication is not clear and concise, this will cause mass havoc and mass confusion in your business. So you want to begin to definitely hone and become an expert in communicating. You want to be clear and concise with everything that you set. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to really effectively lead and manage and communicate with your team, or there's going to be a mass amount of issues. Things are going to begin to fall through the cracks. So that's something you have to focus on in the scale up stage. And finally, we come to the thought leader stage. Thought leader. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you all for joining. Before I go over the thought leader stage, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Sade Lady McDougald. I'm a visionary strategist business coach. What I do is I empower startup entrepreneurs to manifest their God-given visions of success. So in working with me, I help you set up systems, policies, and procedures in your business. I also help you with your product development if you are a service-based business. And if you are a product-based business who's always wanted your own products, to do your own manufacturing, have your own brand, your own line, I can help you. I will help you with your packaging, and I'll help you launch into the marketplace. That is what I do. If you have any interest in speaking with me, go ahead and email me at talkbusiness@sadelady.com. That's talkbusiness@sadelady.com. And if you need further information or training or courses from me, go ahead and go to my YouTube channel and view some of my old periscopes. Now, let's go right now. Oh, thank you so much, Marie. Now let's go to the fifth and final stage of business. We all dream of being here. This is your Walmarts. This is your Targets. This is your Oprahs. This is your Tyler Perrys. Yes, they are entrepreneurs. Walmart started off as a little pharmacy store in a little town that ain't nobody ever heard of. That's where Sam Walton started Walmart. It all starts somewhere. Thank you so much for reminding people for the hearts, Lady Osborne. God bless you, my sister. Okay, so thought leader, right? So here we are with thought leader. So very first thing I want to let you know is that very few businesses reach this stage, unfortunately. Another thing is that you have loads of money and lots of time. Loads of money and lots of time. Sometimes even in this level of business, some business owners actually just sit on their board of directors and they hire a CEO. They sit on the board of directors. They have nothing to do with the day-to-day operations. They're not checking in with the team members, nothing. They're on the board of directors and they have hired a CEO to run their company. This is really big time, and this is possible if some people just want to just sit back, collect their royalty checks, and and have the CEO report to them, and they just collect their checks. Some people just want to do that in business. So you'll have tons of money, tons of time, and people are going to be knocking down your door for opportunities. Imagine if you get your product into Walmart, or you get your product into a major retailer, right? You are going to have people knocking down their door. So do they own the majority? Well, I mean, that all depends, because some people, in order to take their business to the next level, they sell shares in their company. They sell a percentage of ownership or equity in their company in order to be able to scale up. That's like more so during the scale up stage. When you want to go to the next level, then that's when it's okay to take a percentage of your company based on its value and sell it to investors. That's why on Shark Tank, if your business is not making a certain amount of money, it's not worth it to them. They have to work too hard because you're too early in the entrepreneurship game, so they won't invest in you unless you are doing something totally miraculous. Okay, so keep that in mind. So with the thought leader, that let's see here. Oh yeah, and you have tons of responsibility. So with all of this time, hello, M. Waymer, thank you so much for joining. So with tons of money, with tons of all of this comes tons of responsibility. Why is it tons of responsibility? Because now you are truly hustling for your last name. You are truly building a legacy. You have customers probably reach up and grab it all over the world. Hey, Sharon, you have tons of people working under you, and they have to feed their families. That's a lot of stress. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure to have 10, 15, 20 people working underneath you, and the job that you're providing them is feeding their family. That's why it's considered to be so much responsibility. Thank you for inviting people, Sharon. So one of the things that you have to do as a thought leader is you definitely want to, you should already be doing this, but you really have to focus on being flexible and being adaptable. Why? Because the markets are constantly changing. Hello, Angie 6112. We're just catching the end of this scope where I covered the last 3 phases of business. You're definitely going to want to go back and check the replay, because I give some really valuable nuggets on how to take your business from dream up stage all the way through to thought leader, which is your Oprah's, which is your Tyler Perry's. Hello, Angie 612. Thank you. So you definitely want to become flexible and definitely get. Oh, she was? Okay. I know you love you some Wendy, and I love me some Lisa, so I will be looking that up. And adaptable. So just a quick recap. We're going to go over the 5 stages of business, okay? Let me go back to my notes. Okay, so that's your dream up stage. That's your stage where you're not really an entrepreneur. You're still dibbling, dabbling with the idea. Then you have your startup stage where you actually get legal. You get your tax ID. You get your Stripe, your PayPal. You start making sales. You're ordering inventory. You're putting systems in place. You're putting policies and procedures in place. By the way, I'm an expert in those things. I can help you. Very shameless plug, let me tell you. Then you have your growth stage. Tonight on BET. Okay, definitely. I will check that out. You know, I love me some Lisa. Then you have your growth stage is where you begin to is where you begin to really take your business to the next level. You start looking at hiring people. You have to really get good with your leadership and communication skills, because you're bringing on people. You have your training manuals. You're really going somewhere in the growth stage. The 4th stage is your scale stage. This is where you want to have your business totally operated, systematized. This is where you have a straight team. This is where you really get to operate in your CEO role as the visionary, and then you set the vision, you set the path for the business, and you have all your workers working in the business to make sure your vision comes to pass. That's the scale up stage. Then you have your thought leader stage, which is the 5th and final phase of business that not a lot of businesses get to, but it's where you are being sought out all over the world for your expertise. Your products are well known. You are definitely millionaire, big ballin' boss status. Don't we all want to be there? I know I do. So with that being said, I thank you all again. If you would like to work with me directly and you are a startup entrepreneur, if you want to create multiple streams of income in your business, both product-based businesses and service-based businesses, if you need help with your marketing, I am your girl. I will help you manufacture and create your own products and build a sustainable business. Email me at talkbusiness@sadelady.com. Again, that is talkbusiness@sadelady.com for more information.